Pull up Task Manager right now. Go ahead, pause this if you need to. Look at your memory usage. Don't open anything new, just look. That number you're seeing, a huge chunk of it isn't your apps. It's not your browser. It's not even stuff you agreed to run. Windows installed 5 background services the day you set up your PC, and they've been quietly burning your RAM every single day since. Let me show you what they are and how to rip them out. But before we start, stay until the end. Because number 5 on this list is a setting most tech channels don't even know exists. It ate 900 megabytes on one of my test machines. All right, let's dive into it. Number 1, SysMain. Microsoft used to call this Superfetch, and the name tells you everything. It watches which apps you open most and preloads them into RAM before you even click them. The idea was smart for 2009, when we all used slow mechanical hard drives and needed that head start. But if you have an SSD, your drive is already fast enough that preloading makes zero difference. What it does do is hold 1 to 2 gigabytes of RAM hostage for apps you might not open for hours. Open your Start menu. Type services.msc. That's services.msc. Press Enter. Scroll down to SysMain. Right-click it, hit Stop. Then right-click again, go to Properties. Change Startup Type to Disabled. Click Apply. That's 1 to 2 gigs freed instantly. This service is Microsoft's data collector. It tracks which apps you open, which settings you change, how long you spend in each window. Then it packages all that data and sends it to Microsoft's servers. For you, the cost is 400 to 800 megabytes of RAM. Constantly. Same process. Services.msc. Scroll down to Connected User Experiences and Telemetry. Right-click. Stop. Properties. Startup Type, Disabled. Apply. But there's one more step for this one. Open Settings. Go to Privacy and Security. Diagnostics and Feedback. Turn off Send Optional Diagnostic Data. If you leave that on, Windows will just restart the service behind your back. Don't give it the chance. Number 3 is one of the sneakiest features Microsoft ever shipped: delivery optimization. Here's what it does. When Microsoft releases a Windows update, instead of sending it directly to every PC from their own servers, they turn your computer into a distribution node. Your PC downloads the update. Then it uploads chunks of it to other random computers around the world. You are paying for the bandwidth. You are paying for the RAM, up to 500 megabytes. And you never agreed to it. To turn this off, open Settings. Go to Windows Update, Advanced Options, Delivery Optimization. Turn off Allow downloads from other PCs. If you're on Windows 10, the path is slightly different. Windows Update, then Delivery Optimization is right in the sidebar. Same toggle. Turn it off. That's RAM and bandwidth you get back immediately. This service scans every file on your PC and builds a search database so when you type something into the search bar, results appear instantly. Sounds useful. And it is, if you search through thousands of documents every day. But here's what Windows doesn't tell you. The indexer runs constantly. Every time you save a file, it reindexes. Every time you move a file, it reindexes. And while it's doing that, it's holding 300 to 600 megabytes of RAM. If you mostly use search to find apps and settings, not documents, you don't need this. Again, go back to services.msc. find, Windows search. Right-click, stop, properties, disabled, apply. The trade-off? File searches will take a couple seconds longer. The gain? 300 to 600 megs back. For most people, that's an easy trade. Number 5. This is the one I told you to stay for. 2 settings here. One obvious, one hidden. First, Diagnostic Policy Service. Windows runs background diagnostics constantly, checking network connectivity, troubleshooting problems you don't have. It holds 200 to 400 megabytes just waiting for something to go wrong. Services.msc. Diagnostic Policy Service. Stop. Disabled. Done. Now the hidden one. Memory compression. You won't find this in Services. Open PowerShell as administrator. Type get-mm agent, all one word, capital M's. Press Enter. If you see memory compression equals true, and on most systems you will, Windows is compressing inactive RAM pages instead of releasing them. On a 16 gig machine, this is fine. On a 4 or 8 gig machine, it keeps your RAM artificially full and burns CPU cycles doing the compression. To disable it, type disable-mm agent -memory compression. Press Enter. Reboot. Your RAM will now release properly instead of hoarding compressed junk. I am on a 16 gigabyte RAM, so I am fine. If you're running 4 or 8 gigs, disable this. This is the difference between a PC that chokes and one that actually works. Drop your before and after in the comments. I want to see what you recover. Some of you are going to see even bigger numbers. These 5 settings are not protecting your PC. They are not making it faster. They are eating your RAM because Microsoft decided you didn't need to know about them. Now you know. If this saves you RAM, hit subscribe, like, and share. You don't want to miss the next one. See you there.